Good afternoon, everyone. I hope you are all doing well. I got a message, a very important message, which I have also delivered a year ago, and I think I will have to deliver it again. This is it is belonging to state of mind, and I mean the concept of state of mind or the book of state of mind, which is my ongoing book. And state of mind are determining state of beings. So what is very important to remember is every living being is naturally belonging to a specific state of mind. It's not a striptease, don't worry, I'm not gonna take off my clothes. Not everything. So of course humans we belong to the highest state of mind, of course. And the bacteria they belonging to the state of the category of state of mind naturally, which is acidic, not too acidic, but acidic enough to withdraw energy, human life energy or any alkaline energies. And then the other one, the third one, will be the bacteria-like state of mind. I mean the virus-like state of mind. So the virus-like state of mind is the worst because the virus-like state of mind is technically all they're looking for is light, is energy, especially alkaline energy, especially from beings who are able to sustain it, and also especially from all true beings or from beings. But of course they pollute in the meantime because they are not. So none of the already living beings are 100% evil. Evil means will, okay, and the devil means the will. And of course, in that case, it means that when someone is very forceful, very destructive, very harmful, offensive, violating, stuff like that, simply because they want the light, because they want the energy through or from others. And of course, they're going to leave some of their natures behind. And that's why I mentioned that they are not actually 100% evil. They are evil, partially, the bacteria and the viruses, especially the viruses, but not 100%. As soon as there is life energy inside of them, like the pollution becomes virus, that means an energized pollution, okay, it is already not 100% evil. Maybe 70% or 60 or 80 or 90. And the bacteria, they go half-half. So they usually 50-50. If you are happy about how they treated, then they will not release the viruses. That's the animal race. And but if they are not happy, if they are not treated according to the bacterial nature, they will release viruses and they will attack anything that has a higher life energy sustaining ability. And this principle is true for the entire universe, not only on Earth. No matter where you go, if you don't have a human environment, if you don't have it, with humans in it, who are living humanly, rightfully among each other, but you have bacteria nature, that means animal nature, and the virus nature is the more acidic animal nature. But if those are existing, then they will infect humans, and they will first they will disturb them. They will disturb humans or alkaline pH balances, and then they will pollute it, and then they will channel or rechannel or de-channel human energy, life force energy. You are alive because you are connected. You already gained the ability to connect to the electromagnetic field around us, which keeps everything alive. Now, those guys, those universal criminals I'm talking about, the bacteria and viruses, or the animal race, same thing. That's all they do. They simply because they don't have the ability, the creative and the protective abilities to sustain their nature without harming another. They are doing the same everywhere, as well as towards or against everything else, even themselves, especially among themselves. That's all they do, is troubling and making wars and sufferings and killing among each other. That's what they do, because they don't have the ability to sustain human life energy or life energy peacefully, simply by using human right protective or creative abilities. They don't have it. And then when they get into humans, energetically, physically, or psychologically, then those individuals, and without human nature, they are not humans anymore. They are hybrids. They will not have the life sustaining abilities either. On and off, maybe they will, but that's not good enough for anything really good at all. What is it good when you look at someone looks like a human but behaves like an animal, either a bacterial virus? What is it good for? For bacteria and virus, maybe, but definitely not for humans or the planet or any human planet. No. Anyways, so back to the what is very important is alien nature, the naturally alien nature carriers. So the animals are all naturally alien nature carriers, and they go into humans, they go around humans just to steal their light, just to take the energy away and give them animal spirit instead. So they will become more human-like. That means they become more creative, more intelligent. But of course, the humans they will be devolved in that process, like the way I mentioned to you. And then afterwards, the animal nature through humans will blame other humans, not the animals. They're gonna blame humans, and they're going to hurt other humans instead of eliminating waste products like the acidic and acidosis causing beings and things. They will blame humans through humans, then they will harm humans through humans, and they will make humans believe that humans are doing bad things. But humans cannot do bad things. Human nature makes humans humans. Only human nature. And human nature is great, is godlike, is angelic, it's beautiful, it's the best, it's forever, it's eternal, it's sacred, it's divine. So, alien nature comes through three varieties in existence, three main varieties. One is the first one, and that's the Egyptians and the Greeks, and also the Persians or the Taoists, or even the Buddhists too. They have a very, very well, and the Catholics and the Muslims, we and the Jews, we have a very, very well understanding about alien natures and alien nature carriers. That's why we don't let any animals or naturally alien nature carriers into our sacred places. Of course, the body is also a temple, and the body should also be protected from bad nature. You know, it's one thing that you're not letting animals into the churches or the synagogues or the mosques or the other sanctuaries, the divine places. That's one thing. That's a good thing. They are not allowed in there. No, because they are acidic, not alkaline. That's the only reason. So the first one will be the dog nature, and the dog nature is exactly the opposite to human nature, or God nature, naturally. As a bacteria, it has a constant and built-in virus infection, and they do have the psychological abilities to control it, or realize it, or to do something about it, or to ask for help. And it is okay to help them, if you are capable of remaining safe, or, regarding to your own kind, regarding to your own nature as a human, then help them. Help them and live separately. Make sure that they will not trouble you. Make sure that they will not infect you, because they do it naturally. They can't help it. They don't have energy, they want energy. Simple as that. They don't have the signaling molecules, this quality of signaling molecules, and biological structure and anatomy, and pH balances, and the sustainability. They don't have them. They don't have They don't have this. So what are they gonna do? They're trying to take it. They don't have the, Anyways. So the first one will be the dog-like, and the dog is pretty much the opposite to God normally. But of course, today we are talking about domesticated dogs. So most of the dogs today are domesticated. They don't live in caves anymore. They're not hunting for humans anymore in the way they used to be. They still do. Especially the cuckoo ones, or the genetically infected ones, or the ones that have pollutions in the large intestine deposited in their bowels. Of course, they're gonna become nuts, more virus-like. Every living being does that. If you don't clean your bowels, if you don't clean your, if there is pollution inside on the nerves, and it will affect the psyche. So anyway, so the second one, and in the third part of this, the state of mind videos, I will examine, and I will talk to more detail about how the dog nature, or the first type of alien nature, is like the characteristics. How is it? Because just by telling you about that it's the opposite of God nature, it will not help you enough, because the dogs mostly domesticated, so they're hybrid. They're very clever. So back to the second one. The second one is will be the cat nature, and the cat nature is differently an alien nature carrier rather than the dog. The dog, when the dog sees something that it is in the dog bacteria, or let's call it bacteria, when he sees something or realizes something where they can take energy away, they will go loudly. about it. Wow, wow, wow. The kitties, they don't. They go sneaky about it. Okay, they will even hide, then observe and pollute, disturb either the lifelines or the timelines of humans. Just to get into the radiation, just to get into the light, just to take it before they polluting it and disturb it. That's the cat nature. It's very sly, it's very clever, it's very quiet. It's like a very badly bacterial virus infected ninja or vampire, especially after the bats also infecting a human individual after the cat. When the bat viruses get into the human nerves as well, you're talking about vampires, vampire natured humans, and they will actually grow the canine too. But most devolvations or devolutions, that means it's the opposite of evolution. That means devolving means being under acidic and acidifying effects, which will make anything or anyone more animal nature-like until they completely break down. The atoms and molecules will completely get acidified. That's what I meant to say. So back to the cat, the kitty nature. The kitty nature is, I find the kitty nature the most disgusting nature of all, because it's capable of learning and showing affection like love like abilities, while actually doing exactly the opposite. So technically, when they are the kindest to you, that's when they're hurting you the most. But of course, the dog and the cat natures, or the other nature, or the next main alien nature carrying type, they're learning from each other constantly, and they are connected constantly. So your dog could be a little bit like a cat, or even a lot like a cat, or your cat could be a dog too. Now the next one, the third largest group of type of alien nature carrier is the bug nature or the bird nature. Bird. They are the same, exactly the same. They have the combination of however they are expressing the human life energy, disturbing and polluting and destroying and enjoying abilities. The way they are expressing that it comes out it is in a mixed way between the dog and the cat. So they will show off as well, either before or after the attempt or the assassination. So that's what they do. They are non-stop assassinating humans. That's the animal race, and that's animal nature, even to humans, plants or objects. That's why they are computers. When your computers you go haywire when something wrong with them, we call it you got a virus. Or when when the objects get polluted, same thing, and they infect people. So, or other living beings. So the third nature is the bug nature or the bird nature. They will be like shifting through human lifelines or alkaline lifelines and timelines, usually rapidly, either above them, behind them, in angles you don't see. They sensing it. They can sense it, comprehend it, and make an attack plan to high pH balance sustaining abilities against them. That's how bad they are. They are messed up criminals. They're either polite criminals or the ruthless criminals you can imagine. That's the animal race. So the bug nature and the bird nature is look at it this way. Look at them like an army. Okay, very, army is polluted like there's no tomorrow, especially when they say that they are doing anything against humans instead of course, helping them or protecting them. So there is in the army, you have the people who are on the ground, those will be the dogs. Then you have the people who are the sneaky ones, the spies, those with the cats. And they have the people who are in the air, like the, how do you call the air squad or whatever, air defense, if it is. Those are the birds and the bugs. So this is it for now. This is the second video of State of Mind. Please stay safe. I will tell you more detail about these natures and the ones are in between, because the fishes are in between the bugs, the birds, and the dogs, and then like the goats, they are in between the bugs and the cats and the birds, and then like the cows and the lions and other kind of other stuff, they are in between the dogs and the cats. So you will see how the transformation of alien nature carriers and the varieties and the types, different types of alien natures. You will see it better after I will explain it to you a little bit more detailedly about them. And I will also explain more about how to avoid them. How to avoid them safely if it's possible. If it's not, you can do whatever you want to protect your human soul, your human spirit, your spiritual properties, or your human life. You can do whatever you want to do it. Okay? It is life for a life when it comes to the aliens. So the aliens, they are not coming from the skies with spaceship and stuff. Those are all the infected hybrids. They're coming through the hybrids of beings and things. I love you. Please stay safe and enjoy this beautiful weather. This is summertime now. I'm going to show you. This is very beautiful over here. It's super awesome. Yeah. And as you can tell, we are ready. This stuff cleans the bug nature. When you smoke, the smoke cleans the bug nature. Just don't overdo it. So that's why they're not legal. I mean, that's why they are not illegal. That's why they are legal. Because they will help you to stay alive. When you drink a little bit of alcohol, when you smoke some cannabis or marijuana, even if you smoke tobacco, but tobacco causes cancer, so I don't recommend it. But the rest of the smokes, they are really good bug killers. Just especially the cannabis or the marijuana. Just be very careful. Make sure that you get the right product, the right types of products or the right type of products. And when it comes to the alcohol, it's the same thing. You need to have the best quality of, beer. I got a very good beer yesterday. One of my Polish friends introduced me to a very good beer. This is a very good Polish beer. I never knew before. I didn't buy it. I saw it, but didn't buy it because I saw the bacteria on it. I'm like, holy macaroni! There's a bacteria on it. What am I? Why would I get it when I want to get rid of the bacteria and the pollution of the bacteria, which is the virus? But the pollution of humans are the bacteria. Okay, I love you.